Look at that.
What was that? Oh dear Lord.
We're off to a great start here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Happy Valentine's Day to you and yours, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
Timo, happy Valentine's Day to you.
Yeah, you know what, Timo, you deserve it. Look at you, you little bundled up.
He's a little cozy, snug as a bug in a rug.
That's the first thing that has to be addressed.
Topic number 1, cold.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good.
Put them on, cold finger man.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I thought you were
what that
drunk.
was.
I thought you were drunk.
I thought you were just typing insanely fast.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
now, Timo, I don't want to add insult to injury, but your Wi-Fi is basically non-existent at the moment.
Yeah, it's slowing down, dude. It's slowing down due to the cold, like molasses in January.
Yes.
Yeah, we're only catching about 60% of what you say.
I think 60 is a generous percentage.
I don't know how we're sounding to you, but it's not.
Well, according to Timo, when on the stream he sounds just fine. So
There's so many stuff that doesn't make any sense.
yeah,
It sells the motif that you're in this sort of cold life or death situation. I feel as though you're in some kind of cabin surrounded by snow and inclement weather, and this is the best signal we're going to get. This might be the last we hear from you.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
It reminds me. It reminds me of like Timo's video chatting in from some remote outpost in Antarctica, where some sort of horrible alien creature is about to burst through his door and kill him in a moment, but the video will cut out just before it happens.
Now here's the real thing. Timo Nelson, I'd like to report on the ground. Well, actually, I don't need you to report on the ground because I have Austin's weather on my weather app. It's currently 25 degrees, so it's below freezing there. It's cold. I won't deny that. It's currently -6 here in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Well, Tucker, can you scroll down to the good old feels like at the bottom there?
Feels like -26.
Yeah, feels like
go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Once the numbers get like below 0, it doesn't really matter. Okay,
Yeah, no.
It's all just fucking cold.
It's all degrees of I want to die.
Yeah. Feels like or actual? Oh damn. Priced on a bike.
Well, no, actually, I would tell you much rather be there because I'm sure your fucking heating works.
Yeah, they have insulation there. They're civilized people.
Well, see, up here in Norton, Massachusetts, it's a fucking balmy 37 degrees.
Ah.
So.
Well, he's close to the
there's a
ocean.
Yeah,
there's a cold snap in the Midwest right now. No, so that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah, I haven't left the house in a solid minute.
Our East Coast brethren, they have it easy right now.
But us no coast brethren.
No coast. No coasters.
It's not West Coast.
Yeah.
I pride myself on being a coastal elite up here in Massachusetts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Abram is part of the coastal elite.
Racist.
Well, no, it's just that he's removed from the issues of the working class, like you and I and Timo. The working man.
I don't understand the everyman like Tucker Hazel.
Exactly. Well,
now that's a better name for me. I'm the everyman. I'm not the arbiter of hate or haste or whatever the fuck. You are the arbiter of taste, arbiter of truth sometimes, but can I just be the everyman, Tucker Hazel? Because I'm kind of tired.
That's dangerously close to the man of the people, which is me.
Yeah, but I'm cooler.
But you guys
No,
are also
you're not.
dangerously close proximity-wise.
It's true.
True. That's true.
No,
Yes, they
don't.
do.
We're not
Always.
going to say that.
Oh dear. Well, are we concluded with the BLB weather report?
Fuck you,
Okay.
David Lynch. Fuck you, David Lynch. BLB
Oh
weather
yeah,
report.
we're the new hot weather boys on the scene. Yes. Oh goodness.
Funny enough, your Wi-Fi is a lot better now. Don't know what happened. Just like right now.
Mm-hmm.
The little gerbil running to power Timo's
Yeah.
router stops to start, and whenever it starts panting, we're in trouble.
The spool of copper wire starts to slow down. He's like, "Oh no!"
Let's do some
what-
topics.
Yeah, let's see some. I see two. I have a topic, and there's another topic on there that a mystery person put on there. I don't know who put that on there, but we can talk about it. So, what would we rather go with first? We can go a classic Tanner rant, or we can go. Okay, you gotta start with the news. Okay.
Yeah, weather report, news. We're taking over
Yeah.
all the mainstream networks.
Exactly.
BLB. Oh,
BLB
we're over MSNBC, Fox,
BLB
CNN.
is the new Max Headroom. Okay.
BLB
I've always
wants,
said that. I've always said that.
BLB wants to be the shitty replacement for your shitty local news program.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Well. Mm-hmm. Well, what we actually need is eventually, if we really want to be like a local news station, we'll need a segment where we have a local petting zoo owner come on with various animals, reptiles, horses, various. That's true. Tucker has tarantulas.
I can bring out the tarantulas, yeah.
But inevitably, we need that to go poorly because that's always how it goes.
Well, if I bring Eleanor in here, it's guaranteed to go poorly.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, let's get to the news. Let's get to the news of the day,
That's
as I like to say.
close to a Keemstar phrase.
Well,
let's get right.
No,
into
stop
the happenings that happened today. And those happenings, we're done beating around the bush, was visionary auteur director, Mr. Zack Snyder, Mr. Zachary Snyder released the full trailer for the Snyder Cut, which releases next month.
It's the official trailer.
Official trailer, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's a one moment in particular that set the internet ablaze, and I think we should talk about. Okay. Yeah. Yes. The iconic role of tattoo forehead Joker.
Yeah, which I mean, we didn't
sans
get
tattoos.
Yeah, we didn't get a good look at it, but he doesn't have tattoos.
No tattoos. This is pre-Suicide Squad. Then he also has long hair.
But
yeah.
Well, here's the thing: the nuance.
No,
you guys are missing the nuance of the
link.
situation.
He has a direct link to that.
You're missing the nuance of the situation.
Jesus.
Okay, let's hear Abram out. He has nuance for us.
Think about. I want you to think about Al Pacino's performance as Don Corleone, right?
Okay,
Or even throw it back to Don Corleone Sr. if you want. They weren't always the mafia boss, you know.
True.
You got to work your way into that position, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that's what this Joker is doing. He's not damaged yet. He doesn't have a club. He doesn't have baby clothes and knives to put around his body askew.
Yeah, arrange the halo around his body.
These are his humble beginnings, and I, for one, am very excited to see them.
These are his humble beginnings as he's, forming his ideology. The ideology that, in fact, we live in a society. I can't I can't fucking believe they put that in the goddamn actual DC. They put it in the actual DC movie. Zack Snyder wrote that line, presumably. He's one of the writers on the film, I assume. It's him and like 2 other people. Jared Leto performed
No, actually,
that line.
he's making it all himself. He's doing everything.
What?
That's
He's
how
got
much
the
not
boom in
but-
one hand and the camera in the other.
But the fact that that's actually in there is equally like just heart shattering, and also like the internet did something a little bit. You know, we turned maybe one of the like the most inaccessible memes into a line in a multi-million-dollar blockbuster that is going to be released on streaming. Listen, it's cool. I'll admit it. It's kind of cool that he put it in there. Honor no longer has meaning, or something like that.
Joker, of course, an honorable man,
Yeah, of course. The most honorable.
known for honor.
Honestly, yes.
It's the only thing we're looking forward to.
The only way this could get worse is if he doesn't say that in the movie.
Oh, he has to. He has to.
You think so? Now,
Yes,
here's
he
my
will.
question. What are the odds that Zack Snyder doesn't know about that meme, and he just wrote
0.
that line? He just wrote that line.
Absolutely 0.
Like he sees the internet freaking. He's not on Twitter. He's not on any. He's on Vero.
He does have a Twitter, doesn't he?
Well, he's on Vero.
Well, he tweeted out the trailer this morning, and I retweeted it,
Oh.
as I'm wont to do.
He doesn't interact with people on Twitter. He interacts with people on Vero. The social media is on. So he doesn't know what's happening in the dark recesses of the internet. So
Vero is the dark recesses
Yeah.
of the internet.
yeah.
Here's what I like to say.
Okay, everyone shut up. The man himself is talking.
Oh God.
Arbiter of taste. This
Yeah.
is fact. What I'm about to pour from his lips is fact. It's not the arbiter of truth, Timo.
That's well. Here's the honest truth about this fucking movie. You are all in the pretentious and stupid film in group. You are all watching for it to be bad. I think this looks great because it is precisely, and I had this conversation in Discord, it's precisely what I expect it's going to be. Zack Snyder, it makes Frank Miller movies. Frank Miller's comics are overwrought and overly dark and overly grandiose. That's exactly what Zack Snyder does, and this trailer is exactly that. What I love about the Discord around this film is it's everybody who didn't give a fuck about the movie in the first place jumping on it for what it was never going to be. What I like about this movie is it's just a Zack Snyder movie, and I can't wait to enjoy it, do a discussion with you guys, talk to my DC friends about it, and never bring it up again, because this is a film for a very specific sort of people. This is in the appeal of Fast and Furious is the same appeal as fucking Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's just twisted and shifted a little bit, and it's not for these fucking. It's not for any of you. It's only for me, and you can't have it.
I love the Fast and Furious movies. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't care about those. I care about
April's like a twisted version of you, so it makes sense.
A Joker-fied version, if you will.
Because here's the thing, right? The film coming out has no bearing on anyone's opinion of it, right? This is what's lovely about this. You all have your mind made up. I already have my mind up. I'm not above any of you. I'm gonna love it. He doesn't have to show it to me. I already love it. You guys already hate it. I already love it. The film coming out is tangential to this saga, which is what's so interesting.
Listen, it could be better than Justice. It probably will be better than Justice League, but also maybe not.
Now here's the thing.
I'm adopting the language of the Zack Snyder fanboys, the Justice League.
I take offense to the statement you just said, Abram B.
Oh,
good.
Good.
Well, I don't like that attitude there, buddy. But is that, I think 40-something people who watched my reaction to the trailer this morning would know in the 4 minutes it takes to watch it that I was pleasantly surprised by this trailer, and it actually got me more interested in it. And my opinions have gone up. So I don't know how that skews your prediction there that no one's opinions will change when the movie comes out, because that doesn't make any fucking sense.
It does make sense because I don't see it's about the macrocosm. It's not about the microcosm of any of our particular
Ooh,
opinions.
big words.
My point is more sweeping. Of course, it's hyperbolic. Of course, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna have an honest discussion about it. What we like, what we don't like.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I don't like. I don't like Man of Steel very much. There's elements of BVS I don't really like. There's elements of Watchmen I really don't like. And there's things you guys like about Zack Snyder too. So of course I'm being hyperbolic when I say some of this stuff. But
No, of course.
I think the point is fair on the whole. Everybody already has their opinion of this film, and the people who are going to watch it are going to watch it, and they're going to either watch it to hate it or watch it to love it. And I don't think that's going to move. And I think that part of why it's so frustrating talking, not with you guys, because we're friends and we fuck around and we joke around with each other, but going on Twitter and hearing people fucking evangelize the movie or rip it down for no reason on both sides. It doesn't matter. The film coming out doesn't matter. And that's kind of the fact that we do live in a society. And that's where I'd like to leave it. Yeah.
It's too cold for that.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Same for everybody. Same for me. Mine will just swing positively opposed to negatively. And if I hate it, like what's there even left to do? You know? Well, I guess I have to live at least until Halo Infinite. So it won't be the last bastion of my existence on the planet, but it'll be a dark day if I don't like the Snyder Cut.
Oh God.
I'm very interested to discuss it further in the future.
Honestly, yes.
I can't wait for it to come
likewise.
I am actually really excited to have a genuine conversation about what's good and what's bad, what works and what doesn't work. So I think the spectacle of Zack Snyder is always excellent, but when you really start to poke and prod a little bit, I do think BVS is quite good, which I know is debatable, but I think Man of Steel and Watchmen are pretty flawed. So it'll be fun to discuss.
I do have to mention
I like components.
that my OBS was messed up, and I don't think anyone could hear anything that I said up until now, but it's all good. I fixed it.
Oh, on stream?
Yeah,
you
on
mean?
stream.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
good.
a problem.
Awesome.
Well,
It's too cold. My computer isn't working right.
Yep. Just
Should we
blame it
talk
all
about
on the
other-
cold.
Do we need a
Should we talk-
recap then? Because
No.
Well,
a
here's-
large section of the first part of this podcast was you talking.
Oh yeah, me talking about how I'm cold. Well, I'm cold and there's no insulation, and my heaters are slow and bad, so I have to wear clothes. Boom, done.
Yep. I have a quick question before we move on from Justice League. Do we need to watch Justice League, the original cut of that film,
I'd like to.
beforehand?
Sure.
I personally, I'm not going to. I've already seen it. I already didn't like it, and I don't think that there is much sense, honestly, in comparing the two, because unless Zack Snyder is telling a complete lie about only 30 minutes being from the theatrical cut, what does it really matter? Because I don't think, because this is separate, because this isn't tying into the larger DC EU, I think what's more important is looking at how does this stack up to Man of Steel, BVS.
So we
Suicide
should
Squad.
rewatch all of those beforehand.
I mean,
I'm
I'm not
down.
opposed.
I'm down.
But not Justice League. Okay, it's a weird deal. It's a weird stance to take. But
I personally think that it'd be interesting to watch it to see which parts he did choose to use. I think
I'd
that would be
also-
interesting.
I'd also like to rewatch it because I don't really remember that movie.
Well, it's very forgettable.
Watching the trailer for the Snyder Cut, I'm like, were most of these shots in Justice League?
No,
I don't remember.
That's the thing.
I
I think
remember.
almost everything in the trailer is new, and I think that's
There-
intentional.
There's
Really?
one shot I recognize that has been color graded differently. It was from the one memorable part of the movie where it's slow mo. They're fighting in like a well or something, and the camera's like circle. It's like panning constantly down this well.
A nondescript giant hole in the middle of Russia.
Yes, and yes, and there's one. It's like Wonder Woman. I think they showed
She's like,
Wonder Woman from that,
She's like doing the backflip over him or whatever.
and like reaching for her sword.
That's
and, like,
Rey.
flying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're thinking of Rey and Kylo Ren.
Oh, of course.
I just don't think that the larger context is is Zack Snyder versus Joss Whedon anymore.
Yeah.
I don't really think the point is anymore to compare these two films, which again speaks to the
Well-
fact that the cultural enigma in the film are completely different now.
Yeah.
You mentioned Joss Whedon. There's a little
Uh-oh.
controversy about
Well,
him
what-
that came out there. We
Yeah,
can gloss over, but he
Joss Whedon always been kind of a weird, kind of creepy guy. I think there was sort of broke around the time that Age of Ultron came out, but then the recent events just solidified that that fact.
So if
multiple
as long
angles,
as long
Yes.
as Zack Snyder can keep his dirty, grubby little paws off of women who don't want it there, he's probably better than Joss Whedon now.
Yeah. Honestly,
do you think Zack Snyder is a disloyal husband?
is he married? Zack Snyder
Yeah,
He
strikes
has
me
a
as
fucking daughter. That was the thing, bro.
Zack Snyder strikes me as like a 50-year-old bachelor guy.
Zack
I mean,
Snyder's
if you
wife
look
is
at him, you'd
Deborah?
wonder if a woman could ever like a man like that. But
Yeah.
Deborah Snyder produces a lot of his movies.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Hey,
All right.
if you can work with your spouse in the film industry, power to you. I don't think I could
Yeah.
do that.
Um,
I'm not strong
yeah,
enough.
Zack
Don't have a
Snyder just
spouse.
strikes me as sort of like a single, like a dude's rock kind of guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's a
Okay, I mean I'll take
Yeah.
your word for it. I don't see it, but
okay.
I don't.
Are we ready to move on? I think we
think
should
so.
save up some more Zack Snyder commentary for when that movie actually comes out.
we'll save. The
Which is
Snyder
when
years
again? I
for
forget.
later.
March
March
18th.
28th.
Oh, that's not
18.
far. That's not too
Come
far
on,
away.
Abram, you're the Snyder Cut guy. What happened there?
I
Come
know
on,
it was,
Abram.
it was a misspoken in
Yep.
this.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's time that I go on my another rant for the second BLBS in a row. I'm gonna go on a rant here a second.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So there's not recent, but it just seems more and more incessant in recent years. A plague, if you will, of
Upon this house.
movies. A plague on this house that is the house of content consumption and creation in Hollywood. And that plague is that movies are being adapted into TV shows at an alarming rate, and most of the time it's bad.
Can you give some examples?
Oh,
He has a
Can
list.
I
He
give
has a
exam-
fucking-
can I
he has a
give
fucking long
examples,
list.
Timo?
Yeah.
so this avarice was inspired by the recent trailers during the Super Bowl for Clarice and for The Equalizer. Clarice is a sequel series to Silence of the Lambs that follows Clarice Starling, who's the main character of that film. But the thing is, they can't say the name of Hannibal Lecter, who is the main villain of that. Well, kind of. Anthony Hopkins was like the big guy in the movie. Okay, he's not technically the villain, but yes. They can't say Hannibal Lecter's name because Hannibal is already an adaptation of the Silence of the Lambs property as a television show. And The Equalizer is just probably a pretty forgettable action series that's going to come out starring Queen Latifah instead of Denzel Washington.
Queen Latifah of Chicago fame being reviewed today on Quest for the Bestest.
Very
True.
true.
Mm.
Tune in.
No.
There was
In a week on Friday.
there was also Tanner. I don't know if it ever came out, but the John Wick show. Did that ever
Yeah,
come out?
that is on my list, and so
And
here I'm gonna run this down a second. So these are all the ones that I could remember that have come out. Okay,
Okay.
Limitless, Training Day, Rush Hour, Heathers, The Exorcist, Rosemary's Baby, Scream, From Dusk Till Dawn, Teen Wolf, Bates Motel, which is an adaptation of Psycho, Hannah, Snowpiercer, and Nurse Ratched, which is a prequel to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I've only
It's
heard
like-
of a handful of those.
It's an
I've only heard
eclectic
of-
spread.
Bates Motel and Snowpiercer, to be honest. Didn't watch either of them because I heard they were bad.
Because it's an eclectic spread because it's expensive to get these rights. So they take maybe like a pretty forgettable movie to begin with and then just turn it into an even more forgettable and even more poorly made network television show. I already don't like network television because they have to stretch it out to like 26 episodes and it just gets spread way too thin. I also have ones that were made and by all accounts are good. So that includes Westworld, Watchmen, Fargo, What We Do in the Shadows, The Dark Crystal, and High Fidelity. So,
Yeah,
Those
what we do,
different
what we do in the
ones are-
shadows is good.
yeah,
I've heard good things about Fargo.
I've never seen
Tanner-
Fargo. Yes.
I want to cancel your rant.
Oh.
Here's why I want to cancel your rant.
Okay.
Because the majority of those. See, here's the problem. Is your issue that they're derivative and pointless?
Yes.
Okay, but think about it this way.
Okay, I'm thinking.
Almost all of what you just said were books before. So if you want to talk about Hollywood being out of ideas, they're already recycling a shit ton of books.
But
to make
here's the
almost
thing.
all of them.
Here's the thing. They made those books into good movies. Ish.
See,
I
Good-ish
think his
movies.
point. I think the point is that the movies were based on the books, yes, but there would not have been a television show made about those books unless the movie was popular.
Yeah. It's
And they're
derivative.
just taking the popular movies and turning them into TV shows. There's other TV shows that are based on books that didn't have movies,
Yeah.
but these are the offenders because they're doing it as a cash grab because people recognize those names, not because the story already exists in
Yes.
another capacity.
I suppose so. I just feel like it's all Hollywood just regurgitating the same ideas back and forth.
Yeah, but it's worse because it's television networks that make bland, pointless television shows.
That's fair.
That are like,
I also
yeah.
I also
Network
have
TV.
a list of ones that are in development. Okay,
Oh.
so here we go.
What do we have to look forward to?
The Departed, The Lost Boys, John Wick, The Lincoln Lawyer. Speaking of Matthew McConaughey last week, they're making a television series out of a movie where Matthew McConaughey is a lawyer who does business in his Lincoln automobile.
Yeah, because he's the Lincoln. He's
That's
like
the
the
show.
Lincoln spokesperson.
That's the show.
That at least I can see because The Lincoln Lawyer is like 2 hours of basically a serialized, very pulpy courtroom thing.
Yeah.
The whole show is here's Matthew McConaughey doing stuff, and it kind of feels like a soap opera at a certain point. People just start fucking shooting each other. So that one I can see at least. I'll give
Okay.
that one a pass. And
Okay.
John Wick because I like it.
I can see that because I've never heard of it, and so it doesn't egregious me.
All I've seen is
speaking of things. Okay, Timo, sorry, you can go ahead.
all I've seen is McConaughey in the ads for
Lincoln vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay. We also have, speaking of things that Tucker would recognize, Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Making a TV
Hope-
show out of that?
They're making a TV. They're currently making a TV show on Disney Plus of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Home Alone, another Disney Plus series. The Edge of 17, and that one's going to be incredibly bad because it is a YouTube Red series.
Oh no!
Ooh, yeah.
Well, that's where Cobra Kai came from.
Yeah, well, that's true. But now it moved to Netflix, so
That's true.
they grew too big.
It came
for
from
the...
is more important there.
That's fair. I mean, I guess YouTube Red people aren't still working on it. I don't know. Also, I don't know. I have no interest in watching Cobra Kai, so there's that. And what else? Oh yeah, Night at the Museum as well.
Huh.
And speaking of Night at the, that one sits in the in between because those were all ones that are in development that are probably going to be bad. These are ones that are in development, and this is the last part of this segment. These are ones in development that are probably going to be good.
Ah, okay.
Time Bandits, which I'm pretty sure is coming from HBO. Which is the
Okay, that would work as a TV show. Sure.
Yeah, okay. I've never seen the movie. I'm sure Tucker has because it's Who's that?
Terry Gilliam.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith recently got announced. It's got Donald Glover and Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Two very charismatic people. Probably going to be okay at least.
Not Phoebe Bridgers, the musician, right?
Yeah, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I believe, is her name.
Okay, those are two different people. Good.
Yeah,
Gotta keep them straight.
She's in the main character in Fleabag.
Ah.
Good show.
Oh yeah. Okay. I know who she is.
Lord of the Rings from Amazon Studios.
That's been in the
One of-
works for a long time though. That got announced
Yes.
like 5 years ago.
Yes. Well, I think maybe the most expensive TV show ever made.
But I don't know if they've
I
shot
remember
anything.
headlines
I don't
right.
think they've
Yeah.
shot anything yet.
I think the budget
Seriously?
allocated is the largest
well,
ever.
Yeah, because it's from Amazon, and old Mr. Bezos has, you know why he likes Prime Video, right? And spends money on it.
Sure.
We didn't hear.
It's so that he can
75% of that.
it's so that he can go to the Hollywood socialite parties and be Mr. Big Shot. Amazon Prime Video makes no money.
I'm gonna presume you said Peter Jackson because we didn't hear the name of whoever you're talking about.
Oh, we're talking about no, it's Jeff Bezos.
Oh,
okay.
That's why he funds these stupid expensive projects.
Well, he's gone now.
Not really.
Well, no, he's on the board.
I don't listen to any news.
And finally, Resident Evil, because apparently the entire world is on a huge Resident Evil kick right now. So yes, that's it. That's my rant. Just come up with actually good TV shows. Also, I wish all network TV are very bankrupt.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Network
God, I
TV
hate
is an interesting case. I think it's a different crowd. I don't know who is like
Old
okay
people.
tonight I'm gonna watch Chicago PD.
that. We watched
did watch
Chicago a
Chicago.
couple days ago.
No, the TV show. You know, there's like all these like Chicago Fire.
No. Hold on. And I'm loving that this is a bit. Essentially, it's an unintentional bit. Is that we didn't hear you say anything more than Chicago,
Tonight
So
I'm gonna
you
watch
said-
Chicago.
and then you stopped, and we're like, well,
It could be Chicago
I'm
PD.
yeah.
Chicago.
Either of them.
Law?
There's a ton of them. Why? Who's like I'm gonna watch that?
The Chicago series, the Chicago Cinematic Universe.
Otherwise known as Chicago,
Yeah, exactly.
the city. Who watches that? Like who's like, oh, I'm gonna set my DVR and record that episode and keep up
who
with it.
uses a DVR?
Old
I've never
people?
used a DVR once in my life.
My
Really?
girlfriend's mom does that to watch new episodes of the Miami Vice reboot and
Oh,
various shows like that.
that's another one I didn't list, but yep, that's one.
I've been corrected off camera. It's Magnum PI.
Oh, good, another adaptation of a.
Mhm.
Of, wait, no, that was actually a TV. That's a reboot of a TV show.
Oh,
That's a whole-
it's
that's a whole thing
entirely different
itself.
category.
Yeah, that MacGyver is one that got rebooted.
That's another one they watch.
I
Oh,
don't know
good,
what that is.
good.
MacGyver, classic.
No.
Well,
Well, this was a less fiery rant than last
Yeah.
week. That's good.
Well, but I think I got the Jared Leto stuff out of my system when we talked about the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
So.
the
I'd
only
like to
thing
do.
that fuels his hatred is Jared Leto. So his passion depends on how much Jared Leto is involved.
Well,
in
yeah,
every
I think I'd like to do a weekly segment called Leto Watch. So if we could mock up like a graphic for that, I'd like to. I'll just a weekly segment in which while we start the episode, I type Jared Leto into Google.com and
Let's
click
see
the
what
news
happens.
tab and click the news
It's
tab.
his eyes
see
are like
what's new.
his face like flies forward and his eyes are like glowing red.
Mm.
So Tanner, 6 weeks from now, we'll need another graphic for the restraining order we're gonna get from Mr. Jared
Yeah.
Leto.
But Jared Leto doesn't use lawyers. He's too. I don't know. He doesn't seem
He's
like a
not part of
very
the system.
business. He doesn't have the system for it. He doesn't like the system. I
He'll
should say.
show up in the chat.
Yeah. He'll
Hey, guys,
send like
stop making fun of me. This
Yeah,
is
there you
Jared
go.
Leto, by the way. I mean, I don't know how much money he made off of fucking the little things, but he's probably gonna need to find
Too
extra
much.
cash somewhere.
Too much. He made too much money off of that.
I saw y'all hated that movie.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, big
I
hate.
didn't watch
Had
it.
Jared Leto in it. Jared Leto, probably one of my favorite parts of the movie. Scarily enough.
Can I do a quick? Can I hop off the my chair here and do a quick imitation of Jared Leto walking in that movie?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that quick.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
This is what Jared Leto looks like every time he walks in this movie. Okay. Just imagine that I'm wearing like auto shop overalls and have a clearly costume designed beer gut.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to get far enough back for you to see. Oh yeah, that's good enough. He does have an incredibly unique gait in that movie.
Tucker, am I wrong? Am I
No,
wrong?
no,
Tucker?
he's not. No, that was pretty accurate. Yeah.
He walks like fucking Sasquatch. I've drawn comparisons to GTA 4 NPCs. He's a clown. He's a clown of a man.
Well, That's why Zack Snyder.
I honestly did not even mean to do that, but that works out pretty well actually.
And that thus ends episode 1 of Leto Watch.
Leto Watch.
It's episode 2. We had Leto Watch last week.
No, last week was episode 0.
Yeah, the inaugural episode. Maybe I should watch a Jared Leto movie every week.
You hate Jared Leto. Why would you do that to yourself?
Well, how many movies is he in? Not that many, probably.
Time to find out, I guess.
I'll look it up. You guys talk about something. I'm gonna look up how many movies Jared Leto's in.
Okay, some mystery person said that we should talk about what side of the road you should walk on. Should you walk on? Is this a question? Who asked this? Who's confused?
I added this to the document.
Okay, what's your deal?
So here's the deal. I don't want to put my position out here because I don't want to curry the jury. Pardon the rhyme. My girlfriend Jean and I walk around campus a lot. And a lot of the roads here, cars will drive through, right? As cars tend to do on the road. She's smiling at me. Now, here's the problem.
Being a fucking idiot.
Do you walk? I want to present this without belying anyone's position on the subject. Do you walk so cars are coming towards you, or so cars are behind you? It's not a road without sidewalks. You're walking on the road. Do you walk so cars are coming towards you, or so cars are behind you?
Oh.
Typically, cars are behind you, right?
I walk on the other side. I walk when they're coming towards me.
Well, hang on. Are you talking on the sidewalk or on the road?
On the road, when there's no sidewalk.
Oh, then when cars are coming towards you.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they taught us in cross country.
So you can get out of the way. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, so you can see them coming.
That's not even a question. So you don't die.
Is that what they told us?
Yeah, it's what
Why would you want them coming behind you? Why would you want them coming behind you?
So they can run you over without you knowing? I'd rather not know if I was about to get run over.
Tanner, clear your fucking brain. It's not that complicated.
I'm trying to remember.
One is safer for your health.
In the hilly regions of Sibley, Iowa,
there's
no hills in that entire state, Tanner. Don't lie.
There actually is. There actually is. There, like, roughly a few miles from my house, there's just a weirdly hilly region. It's fucking wild. It comes out of nowhere. But yes.
Tanner, I also ran track. You're correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait. So you are supposed to walk.
Did you practice, like, out in the middle of nowhere in the boonies?
Well, I mean, it was rural Maine, and you're running. So yes.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna try to predict what's about to happen. Is that Jean disagrees, and you're just trying to point out that she's wrong.
Right. She wanted me to. She said she was very curious about what you guys were going to say because Jean believes you should walk so that the cars are behind you.
Well, yeah, because that is like you yourself are a car and you're on the road.
Except you're not a fucking motor vehicle. You're a human being, and you will die.
You're not a motor vehicle.
This is exactly what I was trying to explain, and it's very simple. She says it's so you can hear the cars coming from behind you.
What?
To which I responded,
no.
If you walk on the other side, you can see them.
That's not how your ears work either. Your ears.
We are predatory creatures. Our eyes are on the front of our head for a reason.
I don't know if any of you could.
Tucker is a predator.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you could just hear, but she just yelled that we're all wrong from off camera.
Oh.
Well,
who's on camera and who's not? Who's the arbiter
That's a great point.
of taste and who's not?
It's true.
That's another great point.
Something tells me
Truth,
though,
I mean.
Something tells me back when I was doing cross country practice that I actually did run on the side of the road that cars would be coming behind you from.
And that's why
so incorrect, especially if you're running for a practice and you're talking with a friend or you've got earbuds in.
Oh, we didn't. They didn't let us wear earbuds. No.
Yeah. If you do, you definitely got to be on the side where they're coming towards you.
But also, you can hear the crunch of the gravel as the car comes up behind you.
Now the real question is, you're in Boston, Massachusetts, correct?
I'm outside of Boston, but yes.
Okay, well, regardless.
So are we.
Well, yes. What situation are you in which there aren't sidewalks?
Well, see, no, that's what we're talking about. So where we are, we're in a little bit more of a rural town. It's called Norton. And there's sidewalks sometimes, but on some of these side roads, like if we're walking to the library, walking various places, you don't have a sidewalk for a period of time. Or, like back home in Maine, if I'm running on my road, there are no sidewalks there. See, I don't live in one of these privileged areas with all of these sidewalks all over.
Like
Unbelievable.
Lost Creek in Austin, Texas.
Yes, like Lost Creek.
You guys are all
So-
doxing yourselves. I can't believe it.
Yeah, Lost Creek's a pretty big neighborhood.
Send me a package.
Veronica.
I'll open it.
Lace it with anthrax. I'll open
Lace it with bomb.
it. Lace it with anthrax. I want to see if I can handle it.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
It's a challenge.
But I guess I get what you're saying. I mean, yeah, you should walk on the side where the cars are coming at you. That way you can see
Because
them.
that activates more senses, so then
Humans
more
are
things to base
primarily
information.
visual creatures. That's why student filmmakers ignore sound design when they think of their movies. Because they don't realize that they can hear. So but I can see because I see every day. You don't think about your hearing, you think about your sight. And that's why you should walk so you can see the cars instead of hear them, because it'll be way easier to notice them. But if you're biking, share the road. You got to be on. You don't bike opposite traffic.
I like to bike and walk, quite honestly, right on the median, so I get the best of both worlds.
I drive on the median.
I crab walk on the median, so I get the best of both worlds.
I'm a
Best
fan
of
of
both
going
worlds
on
is a
the
terrible way.
interstates. Are great places to go hiking.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll agree with you with whatever you just said, because we did not understand.
Hey, I can say whatever I want as long as I time it right, and they'll agree.
Well,
Do we have a final topic?
I don't think so.
I think we tackled a lot. I think for our final topic of every episode, we should do a wrap up, similar to like a Sesame Street. What did we learn today, everyone?
What did
We
we
learned-
learn?
We learned that it's cold. It's cold in the
Yes.
Midwest. We learned that we live in a society.
Mm-hmm.
We learned
Student
that
filmmakers can't hear.
yeah. We learned that
John has
network
a
tel-
death wish.
Yeah, we learned that. We learned that network television should be abolished. We learned about road safety. I think that's a pretty good episode.
This has
Very
been one of our most
educational Valentine
educational.
episodes.
Yeah. We didn't talk about Valentine's Day at all because I hate Valentine's Day. I wish
Everyone
wish
knows
every
it's Valentine's Day.
I wish Valentine's Day a very pleasant go away from my calendar.
Well, you only have to live in it for about what? I can't do math. 8 more hours?
Yeah, something like
8 more hours of pain.
Yeah.
that.
But
Well, on that note,
regardless,
On
it's
that
been
note,
an episode.
that's been an episode. We'll be back next week. Maybe we'll be back at the regular time. Who knows? It's a surprise. Keep your eyes peeled. You'll never know
And
when
ears.
we're on. Yeah.
and ears.
Try to train your ears to hear. That's my advice today.
Hmm.
And with that being said,
Goodbye, everyone.
All right. Goodbye.
good news.